Kirsten, the problem-solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my January goals. For 2021, for each month, I've assigned a big goal to work on for that month to try to drive more traffic to my store through digital marketing. So for January, my big goal is to start a blog. A lot of the different authors that I've listened to and read from, they have said that a big way to drive more buyers to your store is by starting a blog and having a landing page, and to really create a following for your Teachers Pay Teachers store. So that's what I'm doing. Me personally, I did not know anything about blogging. I was not a big blog reader. I was not big into the blog world. So to take this on was a really big challenge for me. I actually started a little bit in December because I knew it was going to be a big task to do. One of the first things that I started to do was to just research it. So I read about I read blog articles about how to blog. Yes, there are many, many, many of them. They are easy to find. I also told my husband that because he works in IT and is very good with computers, that he got to build my website for me. So he was very excited that I assigned that task to him. So a little bit about building the website. Through all of my reading and research, it kind of came down to two recommendations from different people. SiteGround was one, Blueprint was the other. My husband did a little research into it himself, and since he was the one who was going to be dealing with the different components and different things within it to build the site for me, he wanted to go with SiteGround. It was a little bit more money, but he was just like, I think it's going to be easier for us to manage. So that's what we did. We went with SiteGround and WordPress. There are so many different plugins for WordPress so SiteGround is where you buy your domain. And there's different packages and different things that come with it, but we went with a pretty simple package and we bought our domain through SiteGround. WordPress is the program that allows you to make the site pretty without knowing HTML coding. So WordPress kind of allows you to drag and drop different things in, use different layouts and themes that make your site navigatable. So I will have a list of the different plugins that we decided to use on my blog if you decide that you want to see what that list is of what we recommend and what he found really helpful for building the site. All of those plugins and all of the different things that WordPress offers made it pretty easy for him to drag and drop and build a site that looked good. One of the other things that he needed was pictures of me. As a very tired mom, usually with my hair a mess because my toddler is pulling at it, it's hard to find some decent looking pictures of me. Fortunately, for a present for my mom, we had just had my friend take some really nice pictures, and then we also just did some photo shoots of our own to get pictures for the site, so there are pictures of me on there. The next thing that I needed to learn about a little bit in order to successfully blog is SEO, search engine optimization. I listened to a lot of different podcasts about it. I did a little bit of reading about it, and if you use the right words, it will help people get to your blog, your store, your anything. It's just, if you can find the right words to use, it will help people find you. And that's really the goal of digital marketing. So SEO is really important. I use Google Keywords, so it's part of their advertising program. You can type in a word and it will show you other words that are related, which ones are searched a lot. There are some other plugins or applications or websites that you can use. A lot of them cost money. I found another free one that was just an add-on to Google, and it just shows me like similar search terms, but also when you start typing a word into Google, it shows you similar search terms and words that people type in. So I went with the free ones. I'm not ready to invest in a program. There are some programs that you can use and pay for to find keywords. Some people say they're worth it, some people say they aren't, but whereas I've just invested money by paying for the domain, I decided to wait on paying for keyword research. And hopefully in the next few months, if we find that we need it, we'll be able to add that in. The hardest part for me was, because I am not a blogger, was the blogging, the writing the articles. I had read that articles can take 3.5 to 10 hours to write. I feel that it didn't take me quite that long, but I also did it in spurts, so maybe it did. Really, for blogging, I didn't know what I was going to say to people. I had no idea what my voice was, and what I could speak to that other people would find value in, that they would want to hear. So to try to help get me over that, I wanted to use, I made a schedule and I set aside my nap times for probably 2 weeks for writing. So first off, so when I set aside those times, I wanted to make sure that I use that time for writing and not for brainstorming ideas about what to write about. In order to do that, anywhere I was, walking around with my toddler, doing other things, I would pull out my phone and in a Google Doc, I would write down the titles of things that I wanted to write about, things that I thought I could write about, things that I thought I had experience that I could speak to that somebody else could use and value. This allowed me to make sure that I used my writing time for writing. So, back in December when I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start writing. It's been a long time since I've had to write because I'm usually teaching it, not doing it. I decided that for at least 10-15 minutes every day before I started on product creation, I was going to write. So for about 10 minutes every day, 15 minutes, if I had a good flow, then I would do it longer. I just started to write. I wasn't worried about formatting or paragraphs or spelling. I just wrote. I was just trying to get my thoughts down to get into the practice again. As I progressed and got better and found articles that I thought would make a bigger difference to teachers, I was also, in my research, learning about how to blog. I was reading about, here's some of the things I had to learn about: headings, white space, which is the space in between your paragraphs, short sentences. Yes, when you blog, you're supposed to use short sentences. Short paragraphs. Short paragraphs lead to more space between the paragraphs, lead to more white space, which makes it easier for readers to consume if they're skimming it. Lists. I'm giving you a list right now. So lists of things people like because it's short, it's concise. Pictures. Trying to break up some of the writing with some pictures because most of what we read on the internet, we are skimming. We are looking for quick, short answers. We do not want to spend a lot of time on it. So as I got better at writing, I was trying to incorporate these things or go back and edit for these things. Overall, the experience of blogging, the work towards blogging really helped me to find my voice. It really helped me to find more value in my experience and what I had to say to others, which was a big deal for me. I didn't think that I would like blogging, but I do like writing the blogs. I do like seeing that the things that I've used in my teaching experience could help other teachers. So blogging has helped me find my voice. So if this video has helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.